It is 2 o'clock in the morning, and you are clinging to the absolute edge of your mattress. Your blanket is entirely gone, and sprawled directly across the dead center of your bed is a furry snoring mass taking up 80% of the available space. You are exhausted, freezing, and wondering how a creature a fraction of your size has completely conquered your sleeping arrangement. Most people look at this late-night power struggle and laugh it off as a simple quest for physical warmth or a stubborn habit. But this midnight invasion is something far deeper than a desire for a soft pillow. Your dog did not end up in your bed tonight by accident, nor did they do it out of simple clinginess. This is a highly calculated, multi-millennium evolutionary and neurochemical decision. Beneath that heavy breathing lies a sophisticated psychological phenomenon that goes back to the dawn of human survival, and the real reason they are pinning you to the edge changes everything you thought you knew about your bond. To understand why your bed has become shared territory, researchers at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest looked directly into canine behavior. They wanted to see if the bond between a human and a dog was just a superficial preference for food, or if it mirrored something deeper. To test this, scientists utilized a psychological framework originally designed for humans called the Ainsworth-Strange situation. This protocol measures three specific behavioral pillars: proximity seeking when threatened, intense separation distress when left alone, and an immediate wave of reunion calm when the primary caregiver returns. What the researchers discovered altered our understanding of the canine mind. When exposed to strange environments, dogs do not look at their owners as mere resource providers. They react to them in the exact same way human infants bond with their biological mothers. The data revealed an anchoring statistic. 61% of dogs are securely attached to their owners, which is the exact same statistical ratio found between human toddlers and their parents. When the lights go out, your dog seeks out your mattress because their brain enters a state of primal vulnerability. By choosing to press their body against yours, they are communicating through silent behavior that you are the single safest entity in their entire universe. Though the mechanism behind this security goes far beyond mere psychology, this profound sense of safety is fueled by an active, invisible biological feedback loop that triggers the moment your skin makes contact with their fur. A landmark study published in the journal Science, conducted by researchers at Eizabu University in Japan, mapped the exact neurochemical pathways that fire when humans and dogs interact. At the center of this discovery is oxytocin, the bonding molecule acting as a chemical bridge between your two nervous systems. The researchers documented a phenomenon known as the gaze loop, a self-reinforcing chemical cascade where a dog looks into its owner's eyes, causing the owner's oxytocin levels to surge. As the owner looks back, the dog's brain mirrors the response, sending their own oxytocin levels skyrocketing. To truly appreciate how unique this is, consider the wolf, the direct ancestor of the modern dog. When scientists ran the exact same test with wolves, even those raised by humans from birth, this chemical loop completely failed to activate. Wolves do not experience an oxytocin surge from human contact. Prolonged eye contact is often perceived by them as a threat. Your dog, however, has evolved a brain that uses your presence as a biological anchor. Just 10 minutes of physical contact drops cortisol, the stress hormone, in both species, physiologically preparing both bodies for a state of deep restorative sleep. This chemical connection did not happen overnight. It is the result of a biological transformation that began 15,000 years ago. Long before the first fields were farmed, before the invention of writing, and before the very first cities rose from the earth, our ancestors lived in a world dominated by absolute darkness and constant peril. Imagine the ancient landscape: a flickering campfire, a small tribe of early humans, and glowing wolf silhouettes lurking at the edge of darkness. Over thousands of years, a profound shift occurred, transitioning wild predators into fireside protectors. The depth of this ancient emotional connection was laid bare at a 14,000-year-old burial site in Germany, where an early human was buried alongside a young dog. Structural analysis of the dog's bones revealed it had suffered from canine distemper, a brutal disease, and had been completely incapacitated for over 5 weeks. In a harsh world where survival was a daily struggle, these early humans chose to gather water, share precious food, and nurse this sick animal through weeks of suffering. This historical snapshot proves our nocturnal alliance is an ancient pact. Modern genetics explains how this happened, focusing heavily on chromosome 6. Geneticists discovered that dogs carry unique genetic insertions for extreme hypersociability that wolves do not have. Humans did not just domesticate dogs. We literally rewrote their DNA to need human presence. This evolutionary rewriting has created a modern contradiction known as the sleep paradox. Data gathered by the Mayo Clinic shows having a dog in your bed objectively disrupts human sleep cycles, dragging owners out of deep REM sleep through nighttime movement. By all logical measures of sleep hygiene, you should feel utterly exhausted every morning. Yet, psychological data, including a 2024 University of Jyväskylä, Finland study, shows owners feel significantly more rested and secure with their dog present. The secret behind this paradox lies in a biological phenomenon known as heart rate variability co-regulation. When a securely bonded dog rests beside you, its autonomic nervous system begins to read and adapt to your physiological state. Over the course of the night, the dog's nervous system literally synchronizes its rhythm with yours, creating a shared biorhythm that stabilizes your own nervous system. This is a highly exclusive biological privilege. Bringing an unfamiliar human into the same bed does not trigger this reciprocal nervous system stabilization. Your body remains on a higher state of alert. Only a bonded dog possesses the precise evolutionary code required to harmonize with your heartbeat, making their presence a powerful psychological shield. Though this beautiful synchronization requires your constant vigilance, because this bond is so deeply encoded into their biology, any sudden alteration in their nighttime routine should immediately change your focus from comfort to caution. If your dog suddenly stops sleeping beside you, it is never random. As a dedicated owner, you must view this sudden distance as an urgent warning sign. The first red flag is physical pain. Dogs possess an ancient drive to conceal weakness. A sudden reluctance to jump up is often the earliest detectable sign of arthritis or hidden joint deterioration, as the soft surface of a mattress requires painful microadjustments from aching joints. The second urgent warning involves cognitive decline. Approximately 35% of dogs over 8 years old develop canine cognitive dysfunction, or dog dementia, which systematically destroys their sleep routines and spatial memory. A senior dog who suddenly paces at night, stares blankly into corners, or forgets how to navigate the bedroom environment is experiencing profound confusion and fear. When their nightly patterns shatter, it is not an act of independence. It is a silent plea for medical intervention that requires your immediate, compassionate action. When you find yourself awake at 2 a.m, gently trying to reclaim a few inches of your own sheets, look down at that sleeping form with a completely renewed perspective. Your dog did not end up there by accident. Out of every person they have ever met, every scent they have ever encountered, and every possible option available to them, they chose their human. They have aligned their very breath with yours because you are their ultimate sanctuary. Drop a comment below and tell me, what percentage of the bed does your dog take up tonight? If you want to understand the true depths of this unbreakable neural connection, you need to know what is happening inside their brain during the day, especially when they lock eyes with you across a crowded room. The neuroscience behind why your dog stares directly into your eyes reveals an even more mind-bending truth about how they have evolved to read your mind, unlocking a secret that is far more shocking than everything we have just uncovered.